All right, welcome back to another film review study of the Raiders. We got the W this time, but there's still a lot to talk about. Want to start off with a few plays on defense and our boy Max Crosby. I did get a little thingy here for you guys, so hopefully that works out for us. But all right, just want to run the tape, just these few Max plays. I think this is the one where he just times it up so well. Yeah, and here it is. He's just gonna shoot the gap. He doesn't get the tackle per se, but I mean, look at that, man. Just eating up those big boys, and he makes Dylan go the other way, which this guy, right, is gonna fill the gap. This offensive lineman has no chance at stopping. 25 Morig grabs the legs, and it's a pretty good loss for our benefit. So just a beast, Max. I love you, man. This one is just Max being a beast again. I believe this is yeah, just so good. He's just so fast. You really just look at that swim move, man. That's just awesome. And this guy has no chance, right? 81, he has no shot. I mean, what is he? What's his role? Nothing great. He's lost. By the time he hands it off, by the time he gets there, Max is already behind the line of scrimmage, and we have one, two, three, four guys in the area making the tackles. So just, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the defense is really stepping up, especially in this game. This one is the bad one, I guess, per se. We're not going in order, so keep that in mind. This one is the deep pass that Green Bay had. Just keep your eye on number one as this plays out, and number 21, who did make the game-winning interception. So they're gonna have a play action, right? Gonna have our linebackers going that way, and then rolling out this way. So they're gonna have crossers. This guy's gonna cross, and this guy's just gonna go like that. So at this point, I don't know if 1 and 21 we're thinking of switching at this point because he is running with this guy, right? And then he stops because his eyesight sees this guy going like that. So I don't know if the pointing, you know, hey, you're going to keep running with this guy. Yes, I do see that guy. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of because then at that point, he stops. He's going to attack this guy. He immediately runs to that guy, which leads him wide open. How do I draw a circle? Yeah, we're still learning that, but and then he's gonna be wide open. Peters, he's just on the other side, so it's not his fault. Love gets enough off of it, guy has to slow down, and then Peters gets deked out of his shoes. But Peters does make a smart play by the horse collar because he definitely would have scored. Gave up the penalty, and we did hold him for a field goal. So, in all reality, that is a very smart play by Marcus Peters, which, ironically, we're to call out on the very next play. This is a third down, 3rd and 7. Peters' assignment, in all reality, is going to be that guy. God damn it. We're gonna figure this out. I promise you. I'm sorry. We'll hopefully figure that. But it's gonna be that guy right there. All right. If anybody has any programs that's better than this one, please let me know. Anyways, just look how far off he is. It's just like ridiculous. In my opinion, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously you don't want to get beat deep. But to 3rd and 7, you're thinking they're probably just playing for the sticks, right? I mean, I don't know, in my opinion, he still has all this leverage. I don't know. That's just me. That guy right there is just wide open and gets the first down with ease, as you can see, the stick right there. All right, now shifting gears. This is going to be the offense. This is just going to be Jimmy just not being good. So many of you have probably already seen this play as shown on the subreddit, but take a look at the top here. Is going to have a little wheel route, and he's going to be wide open right here, right now. He just is. Like, Jimmy, you just throw the ball. Trust your guy. Trust yourself. Put some air under it. Back's turned. Hey, maybe you don't make an amazing throw, but maybe 23 fucks up and has DPI on him. I don't know. Now at this point, then he just gets sacked. So he does have time. I know we kind of discussed that in the post, but he does have time. Even right there, a good quarterback makes that throw because they determined that, look at all these guys is bunched up. Like, nobody is on 11. Nobody is on him. Still, nobody's on him. Make the throw, make the throw, make the throw, make the throw, make the throw. Doesn't make the throw. Pressure gets there. Sacked. Okay. That ties into the next clip that we'll talk about is our offensive line is just having major troubles. That's just my opinion. I know there was a stat floating around of all the 32 teams, and ours was ironically just actually in the top 15, if I remember correctly. But Colton Miller is just having a bad year. I know Preston Smith is pretty good, takes an inside move there, and then sorts out, swims him over to the outside. Now, a few guys on the right side are getting beat up as well, and then eventually we just get sacked. Devontae, I guess, taking time. We have some crosser routes on this, right? We have some crossers. We have Adams, and then eventually they're going to open up to this side. Man, this thing fucking sucks. Somebody give me a better one. But let's take a look at the right side now. He gets pushed off. He gets just eventually just gonna get beat there. Eventually, he's just gonna get pushed back, and then at that point, I always like to count, right, how much time we have. So let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, maybe. You hope to get 4 seconds. You hope to get the ball out. We always see it on Sunday Night Football, right? Chris talking about it. 2.5 seconds is like amazing. But yeah, next one is going to be Jimmy again. I don't know why he scrambles on this. I think Jimmy has a hard time throwing it to his check down. Maybe he doesn't know it exists. I don't know. At this point, you're going to see Jacobs getting wide open. You can see the separation. He's going to be our flat guy, right? Our running back is usually the guy in the flat. Jimmy steps up. I get it. He's not really looking towards Jacobs' way at this point. He does see a little opening, closes pretty quickly there, and he's still maybe thinking about throwing, and then there's a guy down here as well. And Jimmy, you're not known for your legs. I mean, he does get decent yardage, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, but it's still just like Jimmy has to know if my first read isn't available, I have to take the check down right away. The pocket really isn't that bad. Correct me if I'm wrong. He could have just stepped and thrown right there, right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, Adams did look a little bit open as well. I think Jimmy's just being weird. This one is going to be the Jimmy interception. It's going to be play action. We're going to have Myers across right here. And then you're going to see this guy is going to get taken for the second, but he does read it. But at this point in time, Jimmy's gearing up to make this throw, and it's a decent decision, right? He is open. If you lead him to the sideline, there's a lot of space there. So Jimmy just completely underthrows it, and there's your interception. So it's just Jimmy not being great. He made the right read, I think, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. The next one, we're going to go good play design, but a bad Jimmy play. For some reason, we have Jacob Johnson out wide. I don't know why, but ironically, he actually makes the play to a point. He's just going to do a little clear out streak here, and then we're going to have Mayer finally getting involved here. We have Preston Smith out in space, so it's like, yeah, dude, we're just going to have our dude just outrun him completely eventually. Jimmy actually stays calm for 1 second here, and he tries to scramble, and then at the last second he says, oh my god, I have this guy with my hand wide open, and then kind of a bad throw. I don't know, timing, they're just not used to it, but you can see the clear out again as we talked about, clearing this guy out, and then this guy's going to come in. So, a great play design, pocket, and then this Jimmy being Jimmy led that one to be incomplete. The next one is going to be a bad play, and then the one after that we're going to have a good play, and then in the next segment we're going to have a bad play again, and then immediately have a good play. All right, so this one is just why? I don't know why. Why are we doing this type of double screen? I don't know why. You're gonna have this guy just crashing down completely, um, and our guys just get beat. I don't know why we did this play. If we want to do a halfback screen, let's just call a normal fucking screen, guys. Why we got to do a double screen that just and it didn't even decoy them? The defense was good, and I don't know. In my opinion, that was just a bad play. The next one is going to be a good play. By Jimmy and by Josh. Look at Jimmy, look to the left, and completely flips. He's going to know we're going to have Hunter here go this way, and I'm going to hopefully have him hold the cornerback, so then Jacoby can go that way. It's fucking boxes, man. I don't know how to fucking work this goddamn thing. Anyways, there you go. He fucks up. This guy's too far off. A lot of space in the middle here. Whoop, there we go. And good play, good read. Just was. And we're going to have another bad play here. I appreciate the end arounds, but I don't want Jacoby Myers doing our end arounds. And then just pay attention to Devontae up here. He's supposed to block this guy, and he just doesn't. Maybe Devontae was pissed off too. It was like, look at him, lackadaisical, doesn't even give a fuck. But again, it's just why we run in Jacoby on this reverse. I don't know why. The very next play, we correct it. It's going to be the same concept. It's going to be another reverse to number 3, fast guy, Carter, right? And he's going to make the play because he's fast. So, I don't know. All right, we're going to end it on the field goal. And we're going to talk about a few different things here. So, they're down by 4. Yes, they do need a touchdown either way if we make this or miss this. But we can completely ice the game if we go for it and make it on 4th and 1. We had a few scrambles that were successful. And another thing to point out, too, when we miss this, Green Bay doesn't start the ball with the ball here. No. On a missed field goal, they're going to start the ball here. So how many yards, do the math in your head, how many yards are we giving up just by missing the field goal, going for the field goal and missing it? What if we just go for it, right? Conventional, go for it, QB sneak, whatever. Do a fucking reverse. I don't care. You're giving up 10 yards, right? Instead of potentially 1 or to ice the game. So I wish McDaniels would be a little bit more aggressive. It's sad that it was Carlson's supposedly night with his brother, right? Everybody is in town. His family's in town, and misses 2 kicks. And either way, Green Bay needs a touchdown. So even if he does make this, it's like, okay. That's why it's less like we should have gone for it. I don't know. I think good thing we fucking won the game, so we didn't get clowned on again. But he misses it. He's obviously pissed about it, and Green Bay is going to start the ball right there instead of right there. So there you go. We did get the W, so I am happy about that. Nonetheless, there was a lot of things to correct, most of it being, in my opinion, just Jimmy finding his footing and fixing the offensive line. As always, Raider Nation, love you guys. And that's it. Raider Nation for life. Yeah, that's where I was going with it. My bad.